Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me? I was trying to expand my thing. Are we good? Can you? Good. Yeah, I was trying to expand my screen. Ah, okay. I'll wait like 5 seconds. Oh, thank you so much, dude. That's lit. I mean, like it's all coconut. That's really cool. That's really cool. I really appreciate that. Like that's I'm stoked you're streaming and I'm here. It's a Friday, right? So like, are you you're probably not at work, huh? I know you've been like caught up at work, and every time I stream, you're at work, and I'm like, that's like the one person that consistently tries to get in my streams, and it's really cool that you donated, and it's really cool that you're here. About to leave work actually. Ah, okay. Well, I know this isn't exactly DK64, but this is something that I've been messing around with a lot. This is called LMMS. Basically, it's a music making software, and this is what I make, or this is what I use to make my intros, my outro, like music, and I use this for like video game software. And whenever I was making video games, I tried to put my music into the video games. So this is just something I wanted to mess around with. So far, I only have a beat, and this is what it sounds like. It's a little repetitive at the moment, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more and see what I can do. You were talking about making the MIDI music before. Yeah, 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 I did. I mentioned it. I mentioned it before. uh, mentioned it maybe like 3 streams ago, 4 streams ago. Probably the first time you came in. And this is what I do. This is what I use it for. It's pretty cool. It comes like loaded with a bunch of different samples. Uh, it's got different instruments. I've never messed around with some of these, so I'm not sure what some of these sound like. But I'm pretty sure you can like mess around with like pitch correction and stuff like that. So if you wanted to, you can like this one in particular. This one in particular, I'm not sure what I wanted to do with this. I wanted to mess around with it, see if I can make it work into this. Let's see if I can. This probably will not sound good. At least maybe not at first. But it's a lot of fun to mess around with. Let's see. Kind of sounds spooky. What about if I How does LMMS work? Yeah, just kind of like uh see what I'm doing, and see if you can maybe learn from it or mess around with it. Um, See if there's like something that you see that I'm doing and you're like, oh, okay, maybe if I try that, it'll do this. It kind of sounds slow. What if I? Oh, okay, I like that. I like the way it sounds actually. We're gonna throw some more of those in, and then once it breaks down, we'll mess around with it a little bit more. Let's see. If I do this, make it smaller. Okay. That kind of sounds like a an old Rareware like esque melody. Boom, 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 boom. Let's try that. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Let's see if we could repeat this and just move it over. That sounds so cool. I'm all about it. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. What else can I do with that? Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Let's see. Stop doing that. That is. Mm, 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 mm. It needs to be lower. Mm, mm. Is that? Let's try it now. That's it. Mm, mm, mm. Looking through it, kind of figuring it out already. That's good, man. I'm glad you're like experimenting with it. Especially after last time we talked and you were talking about like we were talking about like stuff that like not really knowing what to do with music or, kind of learning something new cuz you kind of get to a point to where you feel like you know everything about like something that you're interested in. I don't understand this now. Uh complete 180. um what don't you understand about it? It's a little confusing, it's a little tricky at first. But once you kind of get the hang of it, it's so much fun. Boom, 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 boom. Are you on hmm are you on like the keyboard, or are you like still up here on like the layers? Cuz if you want to like the keyboard. So you kind of just click on it. Uh if you see the bar and it's not making the noise, what's probably happening? Yeah. You could also, I think if you do like, oh, it doesn't work. How did you open it up? Did you come if you come to like I think the triple oscillator and you just double click onto like one of these squares, I think that should bring up like, let me see. Let me close this. So like if I click on triple oscillator, it'll sound like weird like that, but yeah. So you can kind of mess around with that triple oscillator, or if you want, you can go into your samples over here on the left. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's third one from the top. If you go to samples on the left, you can find the list of samples that I'm using. And like I'm using right now. No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, what did I do? Oh. If you go into like on the left right here, where it says like my samples. I don't know, it's all good. Don't worry about that. But if you ask or ask, if you go into on the left where it says my samples, I think it's the third thing from the top. It's kind of off on my screen. You can click on that and you can mess around with those. You see it? Cool. Mm, 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 mm. Let's try that. This may or may not sound pretty cool. It needs to go lower. Oh wait. Yeah. I think that might do it. I like that a lot. I love that. Finding sounds but won't place anything. So you have to click and drag either onto this area over here where the layers are, or if you open up like a baseline, so like you double click on like the blue like this right here. If you double click on that, it'll it'll open up like another list of layers like over here, and you should be able to click and drag it over there. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, I love this so much. This is too confusing. It's I'm not gonna lie, it's really confusing at first. Once you get the hang of it though, I'm telling you, once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, what do I do after that? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, thanks. I'm now that like the more I'm messing around with it, coconut, the more I'm starting to like. I don't know. Is like Donkey Kong 64 has been on my mind. Obviously, I've been streaming it a lot, and so now it's kind of like sounding more and more like that. Mm, 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 mm. To be completely honest with you, I remember I'm not too sure. Um, I'm not too sure what to tell you. It's a little finicky sometimes. Like even on my streaming software, you could see like it's acting up. You could see like all the arrows and stuff on the bottom, like the water level. A little bit. It's a little like gloomy. Like the water level is more like slow though. This one is more. It has more pace to it. Yeah, especially in this part right here, it moves a little bit more. Hmm. Okay. Do do do. Let's try that. That was interesting. There's something in there that I don't like though. That there it is right there. do. Think maybe we can drop that. Oh, goofed up. Uh, Something else. Think this one needs to go lower. Okay. Now this one needs to go lead into that note, and then that sounds pretty cool. Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Do do. Let's try this. This might sound pretty cool. I'm iffy on that. We can keep that. I think that sounds pretty good. Or it sounds all right. It sounds pretty good for something that I'm just throwing together. Let's not do oboe sounds. um, don't think I can do this. It says double click patterns. but it doesn't show where to go. Um, to be entirely honest with you, I have no idea. Like I really don't know. Like I think the way I learned about this is I literally just looked up a tutorial and it just showed me what to like how to get to here. And once I got here, I was like, all right, I'm gonna mess around with this. Um, it says double click patterns, but it doesn't show where to go. I'm trying to think about where exactly you're at. Are you in like the baseline? If you're in a baseline, let me see. Like baseline, like this. Are you in like one of these looking things? I'm in piano because that's what I want to do. So it looks like this. Is that what you're saying? That's not what I see. Okay. All right. So what you should do, in my opinion, you come up here into song editor. See, it says song editor. Come up into song editor. Just go into or come up here to okay, yeah, exit out of that. Have you okay, here you go. Have you opened a file? You might not have opened a project. File, go to file and then new. You might have just started like trying to work with it. You have to actually I think you have to actually start a file. So file new, open a project. Yeah, that might be it. That might be what you're having trouble with. It's just like think about like Microsoft Word, like how they have you use in school where you have to like actually open a file before you can start typing. Mm, 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 mm. File open or file new. Let me save this real quick. Save as. We'll save this as stream one rare feel. Okay, but if you go to like file, you go to new, and it should bring you to something like this. Okay, so so it didn't bring you to anything like this whenever you click file new. Because if it brought you to this, all you have to do is go into the triple oscillator right there, and just it's gonna look different on my screen because it's off on my screen. You see this? Okay, on the triple oscillator, see this line right here, like following the triple oscillator. You click on one of the boxes. Like I said, it's gonna look different on my screen or on the stream because on my screen it looks different. But you double click on the triple oscillator, and it should open this up. Hey, Smash King. What's going on, man? How you been? You missed it. I got a donation. I got like a $50 donation from Coconut. I'm making music. This isn't Smash Bros, but I'm making music. This is a little beat that I kind of put together. Here, check it out. That's all that I've got from now. How do you get rid of music? Yeah, I'm still messing around with this, trying to see what I can do with it. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far, though. I just wanted to see like, usually I'll stream like a video game, but this is obviously not a video game. This is real life. It's a pretty smooth beat, not gonna lie. I appreciate that, man. This is this is probably the first time you've streamed it, like tuned into one of my streams. I actually like I made the music for my intro and my outro and for my pause screen. And so like I actually remade some like other stuff too. Like I remade is this I think it's this one. Let me see. It's very appropriate for what you know me as. That one kind of sounds more trashy though. Made this one, or I guess remade this one rather. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. So yeah, that was Luigi's Mansion. Let's see. That one is this. This one might sound like trash, but we'll see. I don't. Let me know if you know where this is from. The song I the song that this is made after, I did this all from ear, from hearing the song and just transcribing this one. Bum ba-dum. Forever Young by Jay-Z and I forget who the singer is, but it's Forever Young. I made that one. I made some of these I just kind of like threw together and I have no idea like how like they sound looking back at it, but I made this one here. We could try this one here. Oh no. There's one yeah. There's one I want to show you. Let's see. This one's pretty cool. Hey. Yeah, little things like that. I literally just like been messing around with the software. Um, mm, mm, mm. Uh, I don't know what else I have here that would be cool to show off. Let's see. What does this one sound like? This literally just sounds like video game music. But yeah, I can imagine something like that being played in like an old school like Sonic game or like in like a Mega Man, like an older Mega Man game. Um, I don't know if I told you, Smash King, but like I've been messing around with like game development, and so I actually made a lot of these to put in a game. Um, and eventually the game kind of like fell through, but that's what the intention was with some of the older stuff. This one in particular, I'm literally just having fun. Like this is a lot of fun to mess around with, and that's what I'm doing, messing around. Let's see where this is at. gotta figure out what to do after that. I think that's kind of like the limit. I have no idea what to do after that. I guess I could try to mess around with like harmonizing, but then it's gonna sound very bad. Specifically because it's already a low note, and I'd imagine putting it up here. That's not bad. We gotta see though. If we do this. Higher. Boom, 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 boom. I have no idea how this is gonna sound. This could sound terrible. Not feeling that. But I'd have to add a bass line under it, obviously. So let's go ahead and I like the way this sounds. This sounds like something that could be repeated. That's more complex than. So we'll take that. Post this over here. Oop, did it? I posted it over there. Is that the right? It's an A. Let's go up here. You know what? I think I can make that work. Maybe if I put this here. Okay. Do do do. Boom boom boom. I guess what I want is moving parts. So I don't want it to be like slow right here, I guess. I want it to kind of build up and build up. That's basically what I'm going for. Oh, not that. Get you out of there. Maybe. I don't know. I still don't like the way any of this up here sounds. I think it sounds too high pitched. This is in E. This is an E. So we're gonna drop this down to a lower octave. We're gonna try that. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, boom, boom. Okay. I think I figured it out. I take this here. Ding, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ding, ding, ding. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. It's gonna sound bad. That sounds bad. Where's my water? Right there. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Let's just select all this. Delete. Oh, man. I might just leave this here. I might just leave this here and like come back to this later on. This is actually kind of fun. I just kind of build up on that. I've been streaming for like maybe 2 hours or so already. I want to say 2 hours. Hmm. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it like this for now. And I guess what I can do is I'll probably play through it, go back and highlight it and just be like, this is where I left off. And then later on down the road, if I do multiple streams like this, I can do that each stream and just kind of put it all together and just see how far it's come along. Yeah, I remember. I think it might be going. Um, I think it might, like I said, I think it might just try to complete this later on. I was never intending to complete this today. uh, but let me go ahead and play this really quick. Oh, wish I can get rid of all this stuff down here. Kind of figuring it out. That's good, man. If you have any trouble, like Google's your friend. Google is amazing because you can find anything you want on Google, or you can find anything on Google. Having trouble copying it, copying like what I'm doing, or I don't know, man. Just like try to YouTube it. Try to see what you can find on YouTube. Copy notes to replay them. Basically, what I do in order to do this, I'd like place all my notes, right? So I'll come in. By the way, up here, this one right here is your like marker, so you can use that to place notes and stuff. So you can place them. You can come in and change the note length. Places in the wrong spot. Oh, I have no idea then. It might be like your software or something that you're doing, or I have no idea. Um, right click erases it. In order to select and copy, you can come up to right here, this box, and if you press that and you press that, this one right here, you can kind of click and drag, and it'll select, and then you can I think you can right click, or you just Control C, and then Control V to paste. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play this. Okay. So yeah, that's what I've created. In uh maybe 2 hours I have like 40 seconds of usable music that I can like go ahead and if I wanted to I could actually just throw this into a game. I could have it loop and just play what I've created and just loop it over and over again. Um 40 seconds of music. That's not bad. If I wanted to make this into an actual song, I can mess around with it more and just have it be like atmospheric. This software is too hard. Nothing is too hard. It's all about your determination. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, that's what I've. They have to be so professional. This is actually, I think this is actually on the lesser professional side. I think this is actually easier. Like to me, this is like the easiest thing I've ever used in terms of like music creation. Unless you're talking about like the simple like beats that you can do on like the cell phone apps. Those are pretty easy. But I don't know. So it's all up to your preference. Um, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Save. Project saved. Cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and come here and say, I think it's hard once you're starting out, but once you get used to it, I'm telling you, like I was exactly where you were before. Like before, I had no idea how to do any of this. Uh, it looks like I know how to use it now because I literally spent months playing around with it. That's the only reason why it looks like I know how to use the software. Um, it's literally just playing around with it, watching tutorials, trying to figure it out. Yeah, months. I didn't just pick up the software. I literally like spent months playing around with this. It takes time, and as you've seen, like I've gotten decent with it. I've gotten kind of all right with it. Uh, it definitely takes some time, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign out now. I really appreciate you for coming by. You did have that music a while ago. What do you mean? What music are you talking about? All right, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, oh, thanks for. Yeah, I've had that for a little bit, but like I said, it just takes time, takes practice. But I'm gonna head out. All right, so I'll see you later, Murmur. Thank you, Coconut, if you're still here, for donating the $50. That's amazing. I'm so grateful for that. I definitely have to finish DK64 specifically for you. To my second viewer who's here, you caught me right at the very end of it. Um, but I'm gonna try to stream maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with it. I've just been all over the place because like real life is kind of tough sometimes. All right, but yeah, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate everybody. Bye bye.